What is up, gang? PPS here, back on another edition of our YouTube free plays. Today it is for Wednesday, 16th of February. Coming off of last night, it was an interesting day overall. I swept soccer and then split pretty much down the middle of everything else. Unfortunately, Toledo was on the side of the losses. Eastern Michigan came through for the Twitter crowd, but Toledo team total and Toledo over both got absolutely smashed. Honestly, when I looked at the line, I thought +8 was a little bit too high. Looking back on it, it might have been the play there. But I really didn't expect Toledo to be beat by these guys twice. I didn't expect Kent State to be that efficient defensively against this high-powered offense. That's how it goes sometimes. Now Toledo's really going to have to hope that Ohio loses one of these games because they won last night. Hopefully pushing for that top spot because I really want to back Toledo in the tournament. I saw last night that they projected Toledo at a 13 seed facing a Villanova team. I would take that as an upset. That would be one of my – I'd have to. I don't really like Villanova. And Toledo's been and has been good to me prior to yesterday. But yeah, so we're coming in officially 167 and 121 record. I didn't update that right here, but that's the updated record. I didn't put it in as a banner here. So yeah, coming into today, we'll have passed the prop in a couple hours. Wanted to get this one out a little bit earlier so you guys can get to it, especially if we have people just coming in for Pass the Prop, just so you have my other free play of the day over here on YouTube. I think we got about 10 or 11 new people popping on, subscribing yesterday, so I'm hoping you guys can come in and get a winner here following that Toledo stuff. That just sucked, man. It just sucked. It sucked seeing them play that horribly. Multiple 4-minute droughts, which you never see in Toledo games, so let's go to another pretty big team here. I'm rolling with Gonzaga tonight. 97 is the team total at. And yes, this is very high. This is a scary number. But Gonzaga is the one team that I think could easily hit 100 points in conference games consistently. Honestly, I think that we're getting quite a bit of value after looking at their last 4 games. Playing at San Diego, playing at BYU. Pacific doesn't play fast. In St. Mary's, their last game against St. Mary's at home. So 4 teams that aren't really trying to run with you, especially a Gonzaga team that can literally run anybody out of the gym, winning by 16 to St. Mary's, 38 to Pacific, 33 to BYU at BYU. That was just unbelievable. And at San Diego, they beat them by 30. So this team is rolling on absolutely all cylinders. St. Mary's was their biggest test, and it was a 16-point game. So now it's a midweek game. I am a little bit worried about – the only reason it's not higher is because I'm a little bit worried about the letdown spot here with Santa Clara coming up at Santa Clara or at home against Santa Clara on the 19th. I am a little bit worried about that, but I don't really think it's going to matter in this one. Looking at Gonzaga's last game versus Pepperdine, it was a 117-83 game. That is unbelievable in itself. Gonzaga attempted 83 shot attempts. There were close to 90 possessions in this game, guys. That is unheard of in college basketball. Pushing into the top spot in the country this week, Gonzaga obviously want to push and make themselves known. I thought Gonzaga was going to win the title since the beginning of this year after watching that Duke game they played. Just the ability that they don't even need their top guys on the floor, and they're still bringing off guys off the bench that are fantastic players. Gonzaga's number 2 in ranked, 2 in pace, and 2 in adjusted tempo and adjusted offense. Man, I'm losing it. Toledo got to my head. I can't even talk today. Pepperdine, though, is actually willing to run. That's one of the few teams that will engage with that in Gonzaga here. 45th in the country in pace, 70.5 possessions per game for Pepperdine, and they're ranked 268 in adjusted defense. That is just not going to get it done tonight. Like I said, first matchup, crazy pace. I was very surprised at how fast they wanted to go. And I do not believe Gonzaga covered that game. Gonzaga won by 36. I thought it was a little bit higher. I'd have to check that, but they won by 36, but Pepperdine scored 83 points. Gonzaga's up in the 117 in their first matchup. So good to see that they scored that many early on in the season there. The biggest thing that's going to have an issue here, obviously, they're just completely outgunned, but the post guys inside, we're going to have a guy named Jan Zadik at 6'8", and Maxwell Lewis is a freshman. Those are their two big guys starting down low. Those are going to be the two guys matching up with Holmgren and Timmy. It's just going to be and it's going to be looking like you have high schoolers playing 8th graders here, or high schoolers playing 5th graders here. They're just so much more skilled, so much more talented here. Timmy should eat. I don't even think I have to worry about Nemhard eating because the guards are terrible defensively here. But the thing that people are trying to tell me here, I'm sure I'm going to see it in comments, is, oh, they're going to blow them out. Why don't you take first half? Because I personally probably will play first half, but it's 47.5, which is high. But Gonzaga in that first matchup that they beat Pepperdine, Nebhard, Timmy, and Holmgren only played 20 minutes. That's it. So it's not like these guys were playing the whole game, like 30 minutes and it stayed close or nothing. We didn't even see them play more than 5 minutes in the second half. So I'm not really worried as much about blow up because we've seen these guys off the bench for Gonzaga still roll. They're still going to run Gonzaga's offense. They're still going to move fast. Yeah, they might go an extra 5 seconds into the shot clock, but I'm still not worried about this Gonzaga team and how good they're coached, how good they're playing. And obviously they need to win big. They have to show, even because they're in the West Coast Conference, that they're still the man. They're still the top team in the country. They're number one for a reason. Gonzaga on the road this season is averaging 99 points per game, which is unbelievable. Average margin of 31.5 points per game. Unbelievable. Personally, like I said, this is a buy low spot after those 4 slower paced teams. Obviously playing at BYU and a couple matchups here with Pacific as well. I think Gonzaga is just going to absolutely roll from the beginning here. I don't mind the first half team total. The spread might be a tad high for me. I think it's at like 34.5 right now. It just might be just a little high. But I do like Gonzaga quite a bit tonight. I think they crossed into the hundreds with about 4 or 5 minutes left. So thank you guys so much. Please, if you guys can, I hope to see you guys today. Later in the day, we'll be popping in for Pass the Prop with myself and Monotone Football. We'll be talking about the NBA slate for tonight. So if you guys would please drop a like, please subscribe, guys, because it's going to make it a lot easier for you to pop in, ask questions, and get some props for NBA tonight. Huge slate, fun slate. I think it's going to be very profitable as well. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in a couple hours for Pass the Prop.